On this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers, we highlight the Hockey Fights Cancer Initiative by hitting the pavement for a very special 5K.
We have over 750 runners out here today. Take a time to reflect about those that they are in their families that are battling cancer, and it's a really good opportunity for them to run for a cause.
And we relive a very special moment between a donor and his transplant recipient.
Carolyn, at this time, we'd like you to meet your blood stem cell donor. Please welcome the man who saved your life, Eric.
Plus, we look back at the dominant win against the Winnipeg Jets on Hockey Fights Cancer Night at Amerant Bank Arena.
Here comes Reinhardt joining, short-handed, off the post and score! And the Cats are pouring it on!
All of that and more this week on Primetime Panthers. Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Welcome into this special episode of Primetime Panthers. This was another special week for the organization, as the Panthers highlighted the Hockey Fights Cancer Initiative. This past Saturday, the Florida Panthers Foundation hosted the Stache Dash 5K at Amerant Bank Arena to raise awareness for men's cancer research and prevention. Let's check it out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go!
We have our 5th annual Florida Panthers Stache Dash presented by Baptist Cancer Center. It's a great opportunity for us to kick off our Hockey Fights Cancer game by having an early morning run. We have over 750 runners out here today having a chance to enjoy this beautiful weather and take a time to reflect about those that they are in their families that are battling cancer and friends that are battling cancer, and it's a really good opportunity for them to run for a cause.
Men are affected by cancers just like women. We are actually focusing this month not only on men's health awareness, cancer prevention, and research, but specifically lung cancer, stomach cancer, and pancreatic cancer. These events, they do focus on special and critical issues like those cancers, and they also remind us that our health is our most important asset and that it's a daily commitment to protecting it.
It's an opportunity for us to kind of take a fun event, but also inform, raise awareness, and really get people checked, and hopefully early detection is the leading cause of helping things turn out well.
This event is an annual event. It's a partnership between Baptist Health South Florida and the Panthers, and it is directed at making or bringing awareness to men's health, men's cancer research, and prevention.
Great mustaches, amazing mustaches all over. Love it.
It's a little tight on there. I trimmed it for you guys. I hope it looks good.
Oh yeah, stash run, man. You gotta let it grow. I'm starting to grow a little bit of a mustache and a beard. I think mustaches are great.
Had to get it right before I came out here, make sure everything was good to go.
I haven't had this mustache very long. I've been actually working in law enforcement for 16 years, and our agency just allowed us to do the full beards.
Started to enjoy it. I got a lot of compliments, and it stayed around since then, so it's been almost 2 years running strong.
I've been growing this for quite some time. I always trim it now so I can keep it clean, but you gotta do it. Gotta do the stash run.
But it's a Stache Dash, so I thought it'd be nice to just bring it out.
This event is important because so many people every year are touched by cancer.
I know people out there that are struggling. I have people I work with that have gone through this.
Probably something we don't talk about as men. I think we all think we're invincible, myself included, and so I think it's a great cause to raise awareness and talk about, and a great reason to get out and run as well.
This is actually a really great thing. My stepfather actually passed the prostate cancer earlier this year, so to me this is kind of personal to do, something I really wanted to do, so that's why I came out to support.
I'm here today, A, because I like running, and B, because I think that cancer research is super important. I'm currently in physician assistant school, hoping to pursue an oncology route as my career.
Florida Panthers Foundation is always looking for ways to give back, and this is an opportunity for our fans to join in the cause and really be able to fundraise and also raise awareness to what's going on, and hopefully that goes a long way to us finding a cure.
It's just great to bring out the energy from our team and the amazing fan, and just to support. It's much needed.
What can be better than two large entities that are well known, dedicating time, resources to men's health, cancer prevention, and research to make everybody's health better? Yeah, that's tremendous.
Time for our first break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we look back at the moment a transplant recipient met the man that saved her life.
It was crazy, just a flood of emotion, because it was just, here's this person that did something so selfless that I could continue to be with my family and now have a new family member, and it was really awesome.
Don't go anywhere. Primetime Panthers will be right back. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. This week, we are celebrating Hockey Fights Cancer. Back in October, the Florida Panthers and Gift of Life organized a first-time meeting between a life-saving stem cell donor and his transplant recipient. Let's look back at that incredible moment.
Please welcome Carolyn, a mother of two from Miami who was shocked after being diagnosed with leukemia just after recovering from breast cancer. Thanks to a Gift of Life stem cell donor and her medical team at Miami Cancer Institute, part of Baptist Health Cancer Care, her life was saved. Carolyn, at this time, we'd like you to meet your blood stem cell donor. Please welcome the man who saved your life, Eric.
So nice to meet you.
Eric, a total stranger, flew in from Washington State, where he is a grad student studying physical therapy, to meet Carolyn. Thank you, Carolyn and Eric, for sharing this incredible moment with us tonight.
It was crazy, just a flood of emotion, because it was just, here's this person that did something so selfless that I could continue to be with my family and now have a new family member, and it was really awesome.
Oh my God, crazy, right? Yeah. Wow.
In 2018, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Following my completion of that treatment, I would go every 6 months to do blood work so my oncologist could keep an eye on stuff. And I had actually gone in January of last year, and she noticed that my numbers were off a little bit. And, I was kind of like, okay, that's not the norm for me. And, she's like, it's possible that it's just like, something viral, but it could be something more. So I'd like you to do a bone marrow biopsy. So I did that, and I got the call that it ended up being leukemia. So it was, a bit of a shock, obviously, because, we had just kind of, it had been 5 years since my breast cancer. So it was like, having to face this, monster again was very, overwhelming. But we jumped right into it, and that way they could start the process of finding the donor and everything. They found my wonderful match by May. And I was admitted at the end of May and had my transplant June 2nd. So I'm very fortunate that it was very quick.
I signed up to be a donor in my first year of college and undergrad, and it was just kind of happenstance. They came to my buddy's dorm room while I was in there at the right time, and it's so easy and so simple. They help you every step of the way and accommodate any challenge you have with any part of the process. So there's just really no reason not to be on the list.
It's very important because, it's not just for like my leukemia, it helps all sorts of different types of, disease and everything. And you're literally giving a gift of life. You are giving someone a chance to continue having a life and having a future.
If you'd like to learn more about this amazing group, you can visit giftoflife.org. Time for another break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, we catch up with A.J. Greer, who visited Baptist Health in Plantation to meet with cancer patients.
Whatever I have to do to be able to put a smile again on their faces and come in and be an inspiration and see that when I walk in the room, their eyes light up. I want them to be able to make my eyes light up and make them happy and make them laugh.
Primetime Panthers is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. Don't touch that dial. Primetime Panthers on Scripps Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to this all-new episode of Primetime Panthers. Back in October, Florida Panthers forward A.J. Greer visited Baptist Health in Plantation with AutoNation as part of their Drive Pink Across America campaign. The Hockey Fights Cancer initiative means a lot to so many, but holds a special place in Greer's life.
My brother was involved in the children's hospitals right from birth up until he was 18, and so my family and I were in and out of hospitals constantly, and being there for my brother and making sure that he knew we were, his biggest supporters was very important to me, and not only that, but seeing other children at the children's hospital in Montreal kind of made me realize how lucky I am to be fully healthy, and especially now being able to play a hockey and a game and a sport that is my work, but really is just something I love to do.
Off the draw, Greer shoots and scores! A.J. Greer, his first as a Panther, gives him the lead!
So whenever I can and whatever I have to do to be able to put a smile again on their faces and come in and be an inspiration and see that when I walk in the room, their eyes light up. I want them to be able to make my eyes light up and make them happy and make them laugh and just sit down with them, talk to them about everything and anything, and make them feel like, whatever they're going through and they kind of get to forget about it for a moment in time. And I think that what's important as well is acknowledging the people at these hospitals and what an amazing job they do. So not only am I here for the patients as well, but I'm here for everyone because they do such an amazing job at have that personable kind of relationship with the people around them. I've worked with several hospitals wherever I was playing at the time. For me, it's a platform to kind of show my gratitude and inspire whoever is in front of me to keep going, to keep pushing, and to put a smile on their faces. And that's the main reason why I try to do as much as I do for not only for children with cancer, but just everyone, and especially just those who are in need of a little push.
AJ and the Panthers look to celebrate Hockey Fights Cancer Night with a win against perhaps the top team in the NHL, the 15-win Winnipeg Jets.
Tonight, your team celebrating Hockey Fights Cancer Night, a night that holds significant meaning to you. Both of your parents were impacted by cancer. How has their journey inspired you personally?
It's something that affects everyone. Unfortunately, it's not something you want to hear or talk about. But again, initiatives like this and able to raise awareness and money, being able to contribute positively, to society with our platforms, being hockey players and being such a great organization. And the NHL being such a great league, it's important to us, right? So, my advice would be just to stay positive and keep fighting. Positivity is key. That's the biggest thing that my father told me when my mother was going through her journey, and to make them happy, to make them, change their thoughts and make them smile, make them laugh. That's the best thing you can do.
Purple all around the rink tonight as the Panthers get set to take on the Winnipeg Jets. Put out in front. Ehlers wraparound attempt. Bobrovsky makes the save. Lifted ahead. Morrissey hit by Samoskevich. Good check. Panthers have a chance. Forsling in front. Deflected score! It's Mackie Samoskevich. He forced the turnover, and then Mackie finished it. It's Bennett out of his own zone. Makes a move. Bennett with speed. Stick handles in on the backhand. Save. Rebound. Score! Nate Schmidt against his former team.
Big rebound, and following up on the play very smartly, Nate Schmidt, and he gets the rebound goal on the short side, and the Panthers are up by a deuce.
Oh, what a job the Panthers are doing. Ekblad, wrist shot, right on, stop. Rodriguez trying to find the rebound. Barkov does save. Rebound score. It's Evan Rodriguez.
Rodriguez just fights off Scheifele and somehow gets a stick on it and pumps it in the open side.
Pressure by Barkov and Forsling, and Barkov is away. One-on-one against Morrissey. Here comes Reinhart joining. Short-handed off the post and then score! Alexander Barkov! And the
this goal does not happen unless Reinhardt hustles into the play once Barkov got control of the puck. And look at this, Barkov nice on his backhand.
Back it goes Barkov. Here they go again. Barkov in front. Kulikov! Oh yeah! These guys are cooking.
Well, the Winnipeg Jets just have not had an answer for Alexander Barkov.
And the Panthers dominate Winnipeg 5-0. The final.
Time for our last break here on Primetime Panthers. Coming up next, the hockey world also celebrated a select few individuals this month at the inaugural Hockey Hall of Fame induction.
This year, the selection committee has chosen to recognize 7 deserving individuals, all of whom have made a tremendous impact on the game.
We hear from some of this year's inductees next, right here on Primetime Panthers. Welcome back to Primetime Panthers. The month of November also represents a special time for the NHL, as each year, a new group gets inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Not too long ago, Florida Panthers legend Roberto Luongo received the call. And what a glorious day that was. This year, the Hockey Hall of Fame welcomed 7 new members, including several in the player category and a couple in the builder category.
This year, the selection committee has chosen to recognize 7 deserving individuals, all of whom have made a tremendous impact on the game. At this time, Mike Gardner.
The first inductee in the builder category has dedicated 52 years to the sport of hockey. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Colin Campbell as an honor member.
I can't find a word how important this Hall of Fame is when you see the pictures of the people in here. It's an incredible place. I visited as a young hockey player, and to have my picture here with all the greats, it's humbling. It's just like winning a Stanley Cup. There was a sign in the crowd at Madison Square Garden when we won the cup, now I can die and go to heaven. That's your kind of feeling when this happens. I've made the ultimate, and then you think of everything your family has done to help you get to where you got.
Our first inductee in the player category is a 3-time Olympian and one of the highest scorers in women's collegiate hockey history. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Natalie Darwitz.
At the time when I grew up, not a lot of girls were playing, and so my family was great. They never batted an eye to, you shouldn't be playing. They always encouraged me. I've had a tremendous amount of teammates that help get me here and coaches. I have a lot of people think it's interesting, it's individual award, but it took an army of people to help get me here, even though we're a team sport. It's emotional to look back at your career and to go, you know, I'm the 3rd U.S.-born player to go in. It's pretty special. I'll forever be here. No one can take this away from me. I feel very grateful and honored to be here.
The next inductee in the player category is one of the most gifted stick handlers and creative playmakers in the history of our game. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Pavel Datsyuk as an honor member.
Being nominated to the Hockey Hall of Fame means lots for me. More important for me, it's people who helped me, my parents, my family, how they teach me. This is maybe it's the biggest help in my life. They can't believe it. I'm here. I'm like a boy.
After a playing career that included a season in the AHL, the second inductee in the builder category made the switch to management and went on to become the winningest and longest tenured general manager in NHL history. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome David Poile as an honored member.
Being nominated to the Hockey Hall of Fame means that I am one lucky guy. It means I've had a great life in hockey. I've been able to have the only job I ever wanted for as long as I ever wanted. You don't go anywhere in this business, especially as a builder, unless you have teammates. And it takes a village. And I had great teammates along the way. Hockey has been really good to David Poile.
The next inductee in the player category finished his career as the 2nd highest American-born goal scorer in NHL history. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Jeremy Roenick as an honored member.
I never thought of the Hall of Fame. As a kid, I wanted to be Mike Eruzione, scoring the winning goal in the Olympics. You know, I never thought of this honor. I wanted to win a Stanley Cup. To literally sit here and know that I'm among the greatest players in the history of a sport is numbing. Being inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame means I can close this chapter of my life with grace and honor and humility and be really proud of myself.
Next inductee in the player category is one of the NHL's best all-around defenders. This BC native was well known not only for his leadership skills, but also for his booming shot from the point. It's my pleasure to welcome Shea Weber as an honored member of the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Going through my rookie season, it was just enough to stay in Nashville, let alone thinking that the Hockey Hall of Fame would be an option. You know, you grow up as a young kid and your dream is to make the National League. This was just not even a thought in my head. I mean, even up to the day that I got the call, I didn't even think it was a thing. This is a special weekend, and just to be looking around at the names and faces in here, it's a special thing.
The final inductee in the player category is the second Minnesota Golden Gopher to join the Hall today. This gifted scorer became one of the most impactful players in women's international hockey. The Hockey Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Chrissy Wendell.
It's always interesting when you think of an individual award within a team sport, for me anyways, just because it makes you reflect on the teammates you had. I certainly think that it just shows my passion for hockey. I love the sport. Like, you know, I love to coach, I love to be a player, I love to, now I'm scouting. Just being able to, you know, say Hockey Hall of Fame and put your name in that category is kind of crazy.
That does it for this week on Primetime Panthers. Make sure to get those turkeys ready, because next week's episode of Primetime Panthers debuts on Thanksgiving Day. We can't think of a better way to wrap the holiday. We'll see you next time, right here on Scripps Sports. Primetime Panthers has been presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.